13, bitch, I was young and wild. Caught my first case, then I got kicked out my mama house. Got nowhere to stay, bitch, I'm running in your fucking house. With 30s out, what you talking about? Yeah, around the city, I'm swear I'm lurking out. Yeah, I'm on your shit, I'm off a perky now. Nigga run up on me, I'ma blow him down. So much cash in my jeans, Louis V, pocket wallet. Niggas hate, niggas bitches, pocket watching. Not talking about no pistol, talking 30s now. 30s now, 30 bands, 30 now. Pussy nigga always talking, why the fuck these niggas talking? I don't know, pull up slow, 6 other wanna look what you started. Catch her up, but a bounce and we gon' burn him down.
What's up, guys? Hope you like the intro, but let's get into the video. Today we're doing what if Naruto was put in the CRA. And if you don't know that, it's the Clan Restoration app. So Naruto would be entered about when he was 16, but we're gonna start before that. So in this one, instead of having yellow hair, he'll have red hair. And I'm gonna zoom in on the girls that when they're old enough, who he's gonna rebuild the clan with. You see her next to Mikoto, the one on the left. That's one of them. The girl next to Karin on the left. That's one of them. The girl next to Karui up on the her right there. The one with the red hair right there. Right there, yeah. That's one of them. And her right here on the floor. And I'm pretty sure that's it. So, and Tayuya, because I'm pretty sure Tayuya was around his age, yeah. So, they find out that Naruto is actually full Uzumaki, but Minato just had a defect, so his hair color was yellow. So, now they all want Naruto in the Clan Restoration app, but he can't be entered until he's 16. But they keep trying to hook him up with girls. But all the girls like him, but they just don't want to do it. Well, at least not yet. So Naruto, when Naruto's 5, he's training with Kakashi and Hiruzen to figure out his chakra natures. Naruto, he figured out that he has wind and water. And he says, is there any wind or water juices that you guys can teach me? Yes. Water dragon jutsu. He learns water prism, water wall, and raging waves and light current. But he would have to mix that with wind dragon to make it more deadlier, but it doesn't even matter. So he learns Wind Dragon, Wind Pressure, aka where he inhales and then he exhales pressurized wind that can damage you very badly. Wind Blade and Wind Ejection. So this is Wind Blade is a backup. Is if he loses his sword in battle, or if it breaks or something, because wind can break, so it would just detach for a second and then come back, and it's super short. So, and wind erection is where he puts wind chakra into his blade, and it's going Super Saiyan, so it looks like Super Saiyan, but wind coming off of a sword. It's like that. And he's already Chunin level, so he will be OP in this one. So Naruto, he will be, when he's 10, he'll be joining the academy, and because he was excused from all the other classes, so he only has 2 years, and Naruto makes up really well for those 2 years. He takes all the tests, all the important tests that he had to, and he aces them, getting better scores than Sasuke Uchiha. And in sparring, they just started sparring when he came in, and he said Naruto Uzumaki versus Sasuke Uchiha. Every girl except I think the 4 or 5 that I showed you. So her on the floor right there next to Anko, her up here, those two up here, Karin and the girl next to her, the girl next to Makoto, her right here, next to Ayame and Tamari, and her right there, next to Ken. So yeah, those are the only people rooting for Naruto. Naruto says, "You really think you can beat me? So can we use weapons?" Nope. Then he says, "Okay." He throws it into the wind. The tree. So can we use jutsu? Yeah. And Sasuke says, "But you don't know any jutsu. We're only 10. We don't have chakra yet. We haven't accessed it. Well, you guys haven't, but I have. I've been training with the I've been training because they didn't want him telling them that he knows that they didn't want him flexing that he trained with the third Hokage. But he knows one fire jutsu to enhance his wind blade and wind erection. So he just puts that jutsu into his wind blade to make it like more powerful and fire." Naruto says, "So are we allowed to begin?" And he says, "Oh, 3, 2, 1, begin." And Naruto says, "So where's the barriers?" This tiny circle. What? I thought we could use jutsu. My jutsus are too big to fit in this stupid little circle. Okay, but that's not my problem. He says, "Begin." Fine. Wind sword jutsu. Making a sword. I said no, you said no weapons. This is a jutsu. Wind erection. Fire enhancement. Fire slash. Sasuke jumps up. Got you. He throws the sword. Sasuke grabs the sword and he said, "Oh shoot." And he stabs Naruto in the stomach. How, loser? Naruto poofs away, kicking Sasuke in the back. Before he could even touch the ground, Wind Dragon. The Wind Dragon grabs Sasuke in his mouth, goes all the way up, making him pass out, and then slams him on the floor. Naruto, then he says, "Who's the loser now?" And every single girl is like, "No, Sasuke-kun, you stupid. Why'd you do that to Sasuke-kun? He was supposed to win." Supposed to? He tried to kill me. Luckily, I knew the clone jutsu. And Sakura says, "That wasn't no clone. That was the shadow clone." "How do you know that? That's an S-rank jutsu." And Naruto says, "Bye." Poofs away. Wait, what was that? And this was actually Naruto is really good with seals. Naruto actually been practicing on some. He has the restriction seal, the truth seal, and the black flame seal. And this is because the Uchiha Massacre, and he knows about Itachi's ability about Orochimaru, so he wants to be able to absorb that and then add it onto his own chakra after it depletes. So Naruto, he says, "Okay." So Naruto, he says, he's just waiting and waiting until somebody calls him. "Naruto, what is the you lie and wait for your enemies to come. Isn't that right?" Cause I'm not stupid. I just don't like this stupid school. It's boring. Naruto, he keeps doing good though. Everything. And he gets a perfect score on everything. So Naruto, he says, "Okay, I'm 14 now. And this is the last year. And the teams will be a little bit different. So Naruto would get put on a team with, I'm gonna make up their names. Tayuya is when the girl who's a part of the Song 4. She's not a part of the Song 4. Since she's the Uzumaki, she got recruited into the Leaf. So Tayuya and Fuma are are on Naruto's team with some probably, I don't know, I'm trying to think of their sensei. I don't want to say Kakashi. I want to say a sensor, so I'm gonna make up a OC, a Hyuga OC, who was born outside of the village, but then rejoined it. So Fuma and Karin are on his team. Karin and Fuma. No, Tayuya and Fuma. So they say, Fuma says, I want to become stronger. I want to become the first female Hokage, and that's really it. And my name is Fuma Uzumaki. And Tayuya says, my name is Tayuya Uzumaki. I like music. I'm good at genjutsu. And yeah, that's really it. And I don't like annoying people. Naruto says, I want to become Hokage. No, I don't. I want to make my own village being aligned with the leaf, and that's my dream. And my likes, ramen and nice people. My dislikes, mean people and people who try to hurt the people I love. And they know, and this girl, Samui, knows that they're gonna work well together, and she says don't eat, but they all eat, and she says begin. Naruto grabs her and says restriction seal, and he says can we all pass this test? And she says no, and the answer says on the seal it says yes. And they grab the bells, but Naruto gives the 2 bells to the girls and says see ya. He teleports away behind the log, and nobody can sense his chakra. Dang it, he wasn't supposed to leave. He was supposed to stay, and I would pass. Oh, I knew that. That's probably just behind that log. And the first part, they get C-rank missions like easy escort missions, bandit missions, until the Tazuna mission. So Naruto, they still go on this mission, and the bandits still come out. The demon brothers, Naruto kicks one of them in the head, while the other one is going after Tazuna. He says, and he unlocks his chakra chains, and he stabs him through the heart, and he says, restriction steel. No, he doesn't. He says, this won't be needed anymore. And he says, and Fuma and Taiyu says, can you teach that to us then? Sure. And he says, but after. And they chain him up with Naruto's chakra chains and say, who sent you? Zabuza. And to kill Tazuna to get money from Gato. Oh, Gato. I heard about him. The scumbag who doesn't pay his workers. Wait. What? Where'd you get that information? Every person who ever got scammed by him? And he says, wow. Naruto says, so take your stupid brother and go kill Tazuna. Go kill Gato. Give Zabuza some money. You take some money and leave. And he says, wow, that's actually a good point. And they do that, and they don't fight Haku or anything. So when they're training, they already know it. So it's just like spars. And so Naruto versus Tayuya has the upper advantage in not speed, but like moral thinking and genjutsu and stealth. But Naruto, he can hide his chakra. But she's more good at like sneaking up on somebody, and she's good at like sensing chakras, but she can't sense Naruto. So Naruto, he's right behind her, but she doesn't know this. Naruto says hello and kicks her in the stomach, grabs her by the back of her head, and then puts lightly, but not so lightly, puts her on the ground and say, "Give up. Fine, you win this time." And Naruto says, "I know this is a genjutsu." Breaks it, grabs Tayuya, kicks her in the stomach. Just give up. You know you're not gonna win. Yes, I will. And she gets cut off. No, you won't. You're in my chains now. I can train all your chakra. So just give up. Fine. And then Fuma, she loses to Samui. So they go back to the village after the bridge is done, which is called the Great Naruto Bridge. That's actually a real bridge. Look it up. In Japan, I'm pretty sure. In the whirlpools, like, cause it's under the Great Naruto Bridge. It's pretty cool. So Naruto, he says, "So what's the Chunin exams? I know you're all ready, so get going." So Naruto, he sees Sasuke, Sakura, and Sai, and says, "Who are they?" "Hey Sasuke." "Hey my friend." And Naruto, he sees Gaara, and he puts a tag on him, and he seals Shukaku from a weird angle on the back of Gaara's neck, like a curse mark. So Shukaku can no longer, and right then and there, Gaara falls asleep. Not knocked out, but falling asleep. And they try to wake him up, and he says by like sleeping, "Leave me alone, I finally get to sleep." And they take him, and they go to the hospital not the hospital, the hotel they were assigned to, since they were there for the Chunin exams. So let's time skip to the first part of the second Chunin exams. So when they're at the gate, they say, "Go." Naruto's team, he grabs them with the chain, putting them high so they can see further. And he says, "What do you guys see?" "I see Sasuke's team, Gaara's team, and some weird team. They're going after Sasuke." Naruto stabs him through the chest, killing him. But this will delay Orochimaru, so Sasuke doesn't get the curse mark or nothing. But in Naruto's team, the first, then Gaara, then Sasuke's. And then leaves, since he doesn't have to be so slow or anything. So then the preliminaries, Naruto versus Kiba. Naruto just bodies Kiba on spot, no count, big facts. Gaara, he's not bloodthirsty anymore since he got sealed away, and he wins still, but not by crushing, just by blocking, and then crushing Gaara, not his, like crushing like as bad as it was, just breaking his leg so he couldn't move, and then saying forfeit or he'll crush his body. And he said, okay, you win. But the third Hokage has a plan to make Rock Lee a Chunin anyways, since he knows he's at least mid-Chunin. So then Shikamaru versus Ken goes the same way. Fuma versus Tayuya. Fuma wins since she's better at almost everything except speed, moral thinking, genjutsu, and that's it. And not stealth. She's not better at stealth, genjutsu, moral thinking, and speed. But she has more strategy and stuff, so she wins. So yeah. So the matches are Temari versus Fuma, and Naruto versus Neji, Sasuke versus Gaara. I forgot about the other matches. Shino versus Kankuro, but we all know how that goes, so that's not even a real match. So then if the winner, so Naruto wins, but I'm gonna tell you how in a second. So Naruto versus Gaara will be a pair, and then Fuma versus Shino loses, Gaara loses, so Fuma versus Naruto, that will all go down in the next part. So hope you guys enjoyed. What if Naruto was gonna What if Naruto was put in the CRA and was OP? Peace out, my dudes.
Gonna make him flash Adobe. Pay up that cash you owe me. Yeah, bitch, I need it. Matter of fact, fuck that shit, I'm rich. You can keep it. Yeah, rich niggas over here. Yeah, broke niggas over